good afternoon. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today to talk about the situation in Yemen, particularly as how it affects the people of Yemen, given the 7-year crisis that we've seen there. But before I start, I really would like to thank the organizers, the Washington Center for Yemeni Studies, for the opportunity to speak to you today. I want to congratulate them for their first annual conference. I think this is a very good initiative, and I fully support the continuation of this to keep the issue of Yemen alive, and certainly in Washington and around the world. Extremely important at this point in time. So thank you very much. Situation in Yemen remains extremely difficult for everyone. Women and children, men, all are suffering because of the long duration of the crisis. We see many who no longer have jobs. The economy has collapsed, who now have fallen into food insecurity, lack basic access to health, water, hospitals often difficult to access. So it's extremely important that we continue to provide the kind of assistance that we're receiving from the international community. But it's never enough. I congratulate those who are contributing, but still it's not enough to stop the decline that we see year to year in Yemen. So it's extremely important as you go forward in the discussions in this conference to look for long-term solutions, because peace is the only real solution to the humanitarian crisis in Yemen. The war itself has driven the economy to its knees. It has created significant unemployment. 50% of the people who've lost their jobs since the beginning of the crisis 7 years ago. And so until the war ends, until the economy recovers, we continue to see the kind of food insecurity, malnutrition, severe acute malnutrition. We see the continued loss of life due to disease, lack of access to health. So it's important that we continue to provide that humanitarian assistance, both north and south, in a very difficult and complex environment. If we want to address the more medium-term issues, I think it's also important to look at what can be done in the short term with the economy to help turn things around. It's extremely important to give people opportunities to make their own living. Livelihoods programs are extremely important in agriculture and fisheries and other areas, so that people have the dignity of a job and the ability to take care of their own families. I think that's the central piece that we need to start working from. But there are other economic constraints that the country faces in terms of the restrictions on movements, the restrictions on importation that drive up the cost of imports. Extremely important in a country that imports 90% of its food. The cost of transportation, the cost of distribution is a major function of the cost of living in Yemen. I would also mention the importance of maintaining a stability of the currency, and recent interventions to promote the appreciation of the rial are extremely welcome. Each time that the rial appreciates, it strengthens the purchasing power of households. So we must continue to work, not only to provide continued humanitarian assistance to all in need, and we're talking now 13 million people that we're trying to provide assistance to today, but simultaneous to that, provide the kind of economic support that creates jobs, opportunities, livelihoods, reduces the cost of living, increases people's disposable income, and allow them to leave the state of insecurity that they face today. And I believe we have path forward with this. The truce is a good start, and we need to take advantage of that truce to promote these kinds of activities that will give hope and prosperity to the people of Yemen. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you have a very fruitful discussion on all of these issues. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.